Marvin Sapp has spent decades building a reputation as one of gospel music's most respected voices. From chart-topping songs to powerful sermons, he's inspired millions around the world through faith, music, and ministry. But now, a wave of rumors and online gossip is putting his family in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. People are asking one shocking question: is Marvin Sapp's wife really causing chaos in the church? For years, Marvin Sapp and his late wife Carol Sapp were seen as a strong spiritual team. Carol was known for supporting her husband's ministry and standing beside him through the highs and lows of public life. Together, they built a church community centered around worship, faith, and leadership. But recently, social media discussions and online speculation have started painting a very different picture of what's happening behind church doors. According to circulating rumors, tensions inside the church have reportedly been growing for some time. Some church members allegedly believe that Carol became too involved in leadership matters and started influencing important decisions that traditionally belonged to pastors and senior leaders. Critics claim her growing influence created frustration among longtime members who preferred the church's original structure and traditions. The whispers became louder when people began sharing stories online about disagreements during church meetings and backstage conflicts involving leadership decisions. Some members reportedly felt uncomfortable with the direction certain ministries were taking, while others defended Carol and praised her passion for modernizing the church environment. Supporters say she simply wanted to help the church evolve and connect with younger generations. They argue that every successful ministry needs fresh ideas, updated worship styles, and stronger community engagement. In their eyes, Carol's actions were misunderstood by people resistant to change. However, critics see things differently. Some claim she allegedly pushed too hard for changes that disrupted the church's traditional atmosphere. Rumors suggest disagreements over music styles, leadership responsibilities, event planning, and church policies became increasingly difficult to ignore. As conversations spread online, many people began wondering if the tension inside the church was becoming personal. One story that sparked major reactions involved an alleged confrontation between Carol and a church member who had openly criticized her leadership style. Witnesses reportedly described the moment as emotional and intense, with raised voices and visible frustration. While no verified footage or official statement confirmed the details, the story quickly spread across blogs, forums, and social media pages focused on gospel news and church discussions. As the rumors continued to spread, people began questioning how Marvin Sapp was handling the situation. Because of his busy schedule traveling for concerts, conferences, and ministry events, some critics wondered if he was fully aware of what was happening inside the church during his absence. Others defended him, saying it's unfair to expect one person to control every disagreement inside a large congregation. Many supporters also pointed out that church communities are made up of people with different opinions, personalities, and expectations. Conflict can happen in any organization, especially one under public scrutiny. They believe the rumors may have been exaggerated online simply because Marvin Sapp is a famous figure in gospel music. Still, the speculation hasn't stopped. Some social media users have accused church insiders of leaking private information to bloggers and entertainment pages, turning internal disagreements into public drama. Others believe the controversy reflects larger conversations happening in churches across the country about leadership, modernization, and the role of pastors' spouses in ministry decisions. One major debate centers around whether spouses of church leaders should have influence over church operations. Some believe a pastor's spouse naturally plays an important role in ministry because they help support the church vision and connect with members personally. Others argue that too much involvement can blur leadership boundaries and create confusion within congregations. This debate has made the Marvin and Carol Sapp situation even more controversial. People are not only discussing one family's challenges but also broader questions about church leadership and accountability. In many ways, the rumors have become symbolic of larger tensions between tradition and change inside modern churches. Another reason this story gained so much attention is because Marvin Sapp has long been viewed as a respected and inspirational figure in gospel music. Fans admire him not only for his songs but also for his resilience through personal tragedy and public pressure. Because of that reputation, any controversy connected to his family immediately becomes major news within gospel and church communities. Some fans have expressed disappointment over the rumors, while others have urged people not to jump to conclusions without verified information. Many supporters believe online gossip has a way of exaggerating situations and turning ordinary disagreements into scandalous headlines. Meanwhile, critics continue to claim that tensions inside the church are very real. Some alleged former members have shared anonymous comments online describing an uncomfortable atmosphere and growing divisions among leadership teams. However, without official confirmation or public statements from church leadership, much of the discussion remains based on speculation and hearsay. Social media has only intensified the situation. Platforms like YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram have become filled with reaction videos, comment sections, and debates about what may or may not be happening behind the scenes. Some creators portray the story as proof of church corruption, while others warn against spreading unverified accusations about faith leaders. The emotional reactions from viewers show how deeply people care about church communities and spiritual leadership. For many people, pastors and gospel artists are more than entertainers. They are trusted voices who represent faith, hope, and guidance. That's why controversies involving church leaders often trigger strong emotional responses from supporters and critics alike. Despite the rumors, many loyal church members continue standing behind Marvin Sapp and his family. They believe outsiders do not fully understand the pressures of leading a ministry while living under constant public attention. Some members have reportedly called for unity and prayer rather than division and gossip. Others believe the controversy highlights the dangers of mixing celebrity culture with ministry leadership. As gospel artists become more famous online, their personal lives increasingly become subjects of public discussion and scrutiny. Small disagreements that once stayed private can now spread instantly across social media and entertainment blogs. The controversy has also sparked conversations about transparency within churches. Some people believe churches should communicate more openly with congregations during leadership conflicts to prevent rumors from spreading. Others argue that private matters should remain internal and handled through spiritual guidance rather than public debate. At the center of it all is Marvin Sapp himself, a man whose career has inspired millions through music and ministry. Fans are closely watching to see whether he will publicly address the rumors or continue focusing on his ministry without engaging in online speculation. So far, there has been no major verified statement confirming many of the dramatic claims circulating online. That hasn't stopped people from forming opinions, debating the situation, and analyzing every rumor connected to the church. Some observers believe the controversy will eventually fade as attention shifts elsewhere. Others think it could permanently affect how some people view Marvin Sapp's ministry and leadership. Public perception can change quickly, especially in the age of viral headlines and social media narratives. Still, many supporters continue emphasizing the importance of grace, patience, and truth. They argue that church communities should focus on healing and unity rather than fueling online drama. Others insist accountability matters and believe difficult conversations should not be ignored simply because a leader is famous or respected. The situation also raises questions about how churches adapt to changing times while maintaining their traditions and spiritual identity. As younger generations bring new expectations into faith communities, disagreements about leadership styles and worship practices may become more common. Whether the rumors are exaggerated or rooted in real conflict, one thing is certain: the conversation surrounding Marvin Sapp and his family has captured major attention across gospel and church communities. People remain deeply invested in what happens next and whether clarity will eventually emerge from all the speculation. For now, supporters and critics continue debating online, each side convinced they understand the truth behind the controversy. Some see Carol Sapp as a misunderstood woman trying to help modernize ministry. Others view the rumors as evidence of growing tensions within church leadership. Until verified information becomes available, much of the story remains uncertain. But the discussions surrounding the situation reveal how quickly public perception can shift when faith, leadership, celebrity, and social media collide. As the debate continues, many people are left wondering whether this controversy will strengthen the church through honest conversations or deepen divisions within the community. Only time will reveal what's really happening behind the scenes and how Marvin Sapp and his family choose to respond moving forward. If you have thoughts about the situation, many people online are continuing the conversation and sharing their opinions about the role of leadership, tradition, and accountability within church communities today. Thanks for the watching and subscribe to